Malney, Illinois, and watching the sunset. And absolutely beautiful evening. Had a little bit of weather today. We had some rain and little thunder. And of course, it's been very hot. But it is starting to cool down this evening. And our little friend is out and about driving her little Jeep this evening in the meadow. So we're out here just listening to the birds and watching a beautiful sunset. Well, welcome. How are you this evening? Would you like to join in the chat? What would you like to talk about this evening? We're just sitting here, just watching the sunset. And Shiggle Getter says hi. Hi, Shiggle Getter. Welcome back. How are you doing this evening? So what time is it where you are this evening? I'm trying to remember where you're from. Did you say last time? I'm just curious. It's 9 p.m. where you are, so you must be in the Eastern time zone, I would take it. So you've already seen one sunset, I would bet. In Florida. Yes. East Coast, West Coast, Central. Up in the Panhandle. South Florida. Oh my. I spent a little time years ago, just a little time, near Fort Lauderdale, visiting a friend there. And shame on me, I never went out and saw the sunrises. But my father, when he retired and relocated to Venice, I was able to see the sunset several times at Venice, Florida, on the pier. And Avel says hi, and thank you. We appreciate the like and the compliment. I don't know whether I'm so cool as much as you guys are for tuning in and joining with us. So where are you, Avel? And Madeline Lee says hello. Good evening, Madeline. Beautiful sunset we're just watching tonight. And Avel says he insists or Axel says I'm cool as heck, and I'm like, well, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, without you guys, I'm nothing at all. I'm just talking into a cell phone and watching the sunset. And Madeline says that she loves the sunset. Yes, they are beautiful. Sunrises are beautiful too, but it's very hard for me to get to see the sunrise anymore. But that's okay. That's okay. We'll take the sunsets. Oh. Well, your Axel says, thank you for saying my name right. I'm afraid whenever I first read it, I couldn't see the X. I saw a V. I'm wearing corrective lens or glasses for distance, so I can't see very well close up to see the screen. Isn't that beautiful how it's going down behind the clouds now, beyond the trees? Let's just chill for a few minutes and listen to the birds. And Richard Mote has checked in, and Madeline is asking, Axel, do people not usually say it right or say it correctly? And Richard Mote says, welcome to the jungle. We take it day by day. And Axel says, yeah, probably to Madeline. Yeah, and thank you again for the additional likes. We always appreciate those. Oh, such a beautiful sunset. And Madeline is asking, what are everybody's hobbies? And Axel says, you're the second one to say my name right. And Richard says that he likes to fish and ride four-wheelers and hunt. And Madeline wants to know, how do you pronounce it? Probably to Axel, who says, I love the live. And Madeline says to Richard, more than likely, whoa, that sounds fun. And now Richard's asking Madeline what her hobbies are. It's so nice we can just have a nice little conversation at dusk. And Madeline says, I liked fishing when I could, but I'm allergic to it. Oh, heavens. And Axel says, I love the sky. Yes, it is beautiful tonight. So beautiful. And Madeline says that she enjoys art, singing, all that stuff. And Landra Crenshaw has commented, very real. Axel noticed the truck go by. Yeah. A lot of trucks around here. And Madeline says, funny thing is, in 6th grade, I used to draw sunsets. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I always thought, excuse me, I just have to shift my elbow a little bit. Oh my gosh, I remember trying to draw skies in school and when I was very young, and I would always color in the sun with pencil. So the sun was always this big black dot. It always turned out backwards. And Axel says, my better is 18. And then looks like both of them have retracted Axel's retracted a couple of messages, so maybe he typed in something by error. And he says, my battery is at 19. Oh my gosh. So you have 19% left. Yeah, Axel, you better get your battery charged. Hate to see you have to jump off, but yeah, you don't want to damage your battery. In fact, part of the reason why I was late tonight is that I had to recharge mine. And Madeline is asking if it's okay if she asks how old everyone is. Well, of course, Madeline, you can ask how old everyone is. To tell you the truth, I'm 63, and we'll see who else lets you know how old they are. Sometimes you never know how old people are. Axel says he's 6 years old, and Zorro says he's chimed in that he's 19. And Madeline is quite surprised. She says, whoa, you're 6 to Axel. And Caleb says, oh, are you enjoying life? Yes, Caleb, I am. How are you this evening? And Axel says, yeah, I'm 6. And Caleb says he's doing good. Doing good. And Madeline makes the remark that, dang, the age gaps go wild. And Caleb says, hot out, but good. Yes, it has been hot today. And Madeline, yes, this is very interesting because I always, when I create these live streams and such, I always put, no, they're not made for kids. And invariably, I get children aboard. And Madeline says, you make a pretty good narrator. Well, I wouldn't have anything to narrate if it wasn't for you guys. So thank you. Thank you for contributing to the conversation. And Caleb asks, are you religious? And yes, I am. And if you look at some of my past live streams, you can find out a little bit more. And Axel asks, is it okay if I ask the genders? And Madeline says, yes, of course. And I'll go ahead and chime in. I'm a male. My voice is running a little high tonight, but yes, I'm a male. I'm 63 years old. And Madeline says, I'm female, if that wasn't clear, with a smiley face. Oh my, I have to change positions here. I start to take a set. And Axel says, oh, okay. I think that's what he's saying. Or ook. Not really sure. He's got a O with 2 dots over it, no with 2 dots over it, and K. So, and Axel says, me too. And Caleb wants to know, what are your goals in life? Be interesting. And Madeline says, that's a good question. And Axel says, yeah, that's what I said. Yeah. Well, I don't know. That's a good question. I suppose it's just to try and be the best person I can possibly be. To try to be kinder and gentler in a lot of ways and still manage to have a lot of fun. And Madeline says that she doesn't have any at the moment. Oh, well, you never know. Maybe just being yourself is a goal, and that's okay. And Axel wants to know, how do I donate? Well, actually, I don't solicit for donations, but thank you so much for offering. Yeah. No, we just do this just to, to have a little time together and to share. So there's no need for donations, but thank you for the thought. Besides, you guys donate just by contributing your conversation. And Madeline's asking, what time is it for y'all? Well, I'm in the Central Time Zone, which means it is about 8:20 p.m. Central Daylight Time, or 2020 CDT. Or if you want to use the universal clock, it is already 0120 Universal Time Coordinated on the 25th of June, which is tomorrow. And Axel says where he is, it's 8:21. So he too must be in the Central Time Zone, I hope, unless he's 12 hours out. And Madeline says, whoa, it's 8:21 over here too. Yeah. And Axel wants to know if we live in the USA. And I'm like, yes, I do. I'm in Olney, Olney, Illinois, about 30 miles straight east of Vincennes. I'm sorry, straight west of Vincennes on the way towards St. Louis. And Caleb asks, what made you want to start doing YouTube? And Madeline replies to Axel's question, I believe. Yes, she lives in the USA. And Axel does too. Caleb asked about made me want to start doing YouTubes. Well, it's kind of hard to explain. Just the proverbial, it seemed to be a good idea at the time. And Axel's asking, is your house in front then a blue house, light blue? No. That's actually a storage barn for the trucking company that's just beyond the fence line. And Madeline asks, do we all live in Louisiana or something? And that's a good question. Like I said, I live in Illinois, quite a bit further north. And Caleb says, I work as a therapist, and I like asking these questions. Really? So Caleb, says, I can't spell. LOL. And Madeline wants to know how old Caleb is. And Axel is making the observation that it's right now 8:24. And Caleb has chimed in that he's 27. And Madeline has made the remark, the age gaps keep getting bigger. Yes. So Caleb, to borrow a cliche, how does this make you feel? And I'm smiling from ear to ear as I ask that. Oh my heavens, we've got 9 likes already. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. We all thank you for those likes. I guess that means we must be doing something right. And Chunker Guru says, hey, this guy, doing tonight. And Axel has keyed in a bunch of symbols. I'm not really sure what they are. And Axel says, maybe do some fireworks. Oh, that'll be coming soon. And Caleb says, I mean, saying somebody. Okay, I can't quite make that out. Oh, he likes seeing somebody enjoy life and stay in the present. Makes me feel good. And Mitter says he just subbed. Thank you. Yeah, just so you know, there's a lot of stuff I put on this channel. So yeah, all kinds of things. So, and Caleb says yes, and Axel says I've been subbed, and Madeline says, if I'm being completely honest, Caleb, one of the jobs I want to have is a therapist. And Mitter says, I like your videos. I wonder if he's talking to me or talking to one of the other chat members. No doubt, you guys might know each other. And Chunkaroo says, I subbed last night, laugh out loud. Well, thank you. Welcome back. Welcome back. My gosh, did you have to sit through the shoe shining or the shoe video I did earlier today? And Mitter asks, I'm talking to you. Well, thank you. I always appreciate knowing that somebody does enjoy my videos, and I just try and share my experiences and hope that maybe they benefit someone. Caleb says, the reason why I decided to become a therapist was to help people when they needed it most. And that's a great thing. That's a great thing. That's actually part of the reason why I do these live streams in the evening when I can, because sometimes it's good just to have a safe place to just chat and watch a beautiful sunset. And Mitter says, because I think your videos are cool and I also like your voice. Well, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I can't say that I really worked on developing my voice. I guess that's just a gift from God. And Madeline asks, probably Caleb, do I need good grades to become one? Probably about becoming a therapist. And Chunkaroo says, same mitter. Yeah. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. Um, to be honest, when I was still in high school, I thought for a while I wanted to become a disc jockey. And I had a mentor, Major Reagan was his name. Major was his first name. He worked at WVLN, WSEI, just south of town here. The station is still there. And I remember taking the test to become an intern, but not making the cut. It's unfortunate. But such as it was, just my life went off in different directions, but and away from broadcasting. But nonetheless, I've had a wonderful, wonderful life. Wonderful, wonderful life. So I'm quite blessed. So can you all hear the birds singing? Emitter says, or I'm sorry, Chunkaroo says, I'm 34 and I still don't know what I'd like to do. Well, how can I put it? You know, all that wander are not lost, Chunkaroo. And Mitter says you should keep your job live streaming. And I'd like to. We'll see how long I can keep it up. And Caleb says, to become a therapist, you need to be mentally stable, decent grades, and show that people can benefit from you. And Mitter says, because you can earn money for doing it. Yeah, I'm aware of that. It takes a lot more subscribers than what I have. And really, to be perfectly honest, Mitter, I don't do this just to see how popular I can be. It's more important to me just to connect with people on a level like this. I just enjoy sharing, and making money for it isn't my goal. This I just do because, how can I put it? God says to me, hey, Bruno, maybe you ought to do a live stream. Just share sunsets. And I was like, okay. So that's what I do. And Madeline says, I check off most of those boxes about becoming a therapist. Caleb says, that's nice. And Caleb says, I'm sorry, man. You seem so humble. And Madeline says, and nice. Well, thank you. I try to be humble and nice. I admit I stumble at that every once in a while. But I try. I try to treat other people as I would like to be treated as well. And I'm sure we would all like to be treated with respect and courtesy. And let's see here, Mitter says, and then it just kind of drops off. And then Axel says, I said hi. And I just came back from watching another live. Oh, so you're quite the busy man. Yeah, it's okay that you watch more than one. Well, I'll be honest, folks. Oh, it looks like Madeline was wondering what happened to Axel. Yeah. Well, maybe y'all should get out a pen and paper and write down each other's handles. And after I end the live stream, do a search on one another. And maybe take a look at each other's videos and such, and see if you can connect that way. And Axel saying to Madeline about her wondering what happened to you, don't worry about me. Yeah. Oh, maybe you've got an admirer, Axel. Quite a young guy, and so Madeline just wants to make sure everything's safe. But as I was saying, folks, we've been on for about a half an hour. I'll be honest, I'm going to have to be running along here pretty quick. And Madeline says, so we got 6, 13, 19, 27, 34, and 60 something. Maybe I forgot. Yeah, 60 something is good enough. And Caleb says, keep on doing what you're doing, man, and live life to the fullest. Yeah, that's the plan. So, I'm going to go ahead and sign off, everybody. I wish I could stay on longer, but simply put, I need to wrap up my day. My dawns and my mornings start very early. And I hope you all enjoyed the chat, and I really, really appreciate everybody coming aboard and contributing tonight. It was really, really wonderful to have everyone share the sunset. So remember to be kind and respectful and play nice. And good things will happen. So until next time, everybody, good luck and Godspeed. And we'll see you around town.